Greetings, 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 my good people. It is the African Witch Bitch, Hoodoo Practitioner. Okay, I'm going to be real quick. You know, I do not like to keep you. A lot of people have been asking me about job and prosperity spells. Reason being is because we're in the middle of a pandemic. We have civil unrest. And prior to the civil unrest, a lot of people lost their jobs and they really, really are out there desperately looking for work. Okay. So they want like a little boost to help them. So this is what I'm going to show you something really quickly and really simple to give you that boost that you need. Okay. First thing you're going to need is like a piece of paper. It doesn't have to necessarily be a brown paper bag, but you guys already know I'm a cheap bitch and I like to save money. And brown paper sacks work perfect if you need either partition paper or something that you need to toss a candle in, and that's what we're going to do today. You're also going to need a green candle. It does not necessarily have to be this big. You can use a chime candle, you can use any type of green candle, but you're going to have to be able to carve into it, okay? So the spices and the herbs that we're going to use for today is good old-fashioned cinnamon, baby. Yes, you're going to use a little bit of cinnamon, sprinkle it on your paper like such. Just a little bit is all you need. If you do not have ground cinnamon, get you some cinnamon sticks and grind this bitch up yourself. Okay? You can improvise. You definitely can. Okay? Now, you're also going to need some fenugreek leaves. I know these might be hard to find. You can also use fenugreek seeds. But if you don't have that, you can improvise and just use cinnamon. This is just something that is a booster because it really does bring prosperity, especially when you're gambling in regards to money. Sprinkle you a little bit of this. Now, let's say you get that phone call or that email from this job that you applied for and you really want it and you don't have much time. Let's say the interview's coming up in a few days or tomorrow or whatever. You need to hurry up and get this done. This is what I suggest you do. You want a booster to make this shit pop faster? Put you some ground coffee in it. Instant ground coffee. Instant coffee. That speeds up spells. Also, another booster that you can use is Abracamino. This is kind of hard to find. So if you can find you an online Botanica or maybe a Botanica in your area, if you ever come across this, get some just to keep it on standby. This is road opener, perfect for if you're doing any type of spell work that opens a road for prosperity. Whether even if it's just like some sort of blockage you have in your life, if you need anything that'll open it up, baby, Abracamino works. Okay? You take your candle and you get a pen or a knife or something, anything that you might have that you want to boost it. I mean, that you can carve into the cell, because this is going to be a booster as well. You carve your name going upward, okay? And then you flip this bitch around and you carve the name of the job, the name of the, whatever the name of the company is, going upward, as in representing ascending, because you want this to come to you. You carve it in there going upward, okay? You take this, your candle, you hold it in your hand and you put your intent in it. Close your eyes and you sit there for as long as your ancestors tell you to put your intent into this candle. Remember, you have your herbs on your piece of paper, okay? You're going to need some sort of attraction oil. Now, this is where it gets tricky. The stuff that I use is from the royal bloodline. They have different oils from the royal bloodline. I'll put the link to where I order mine at, but you don't necessarily have to use this. If you don't have nothing else and you're in a pinch and you're ready, baby, you get you some good old-fashioned honey, because this sweetens any situation. If you need that job right now, you need that job today, you really need it, and you don't have nothing else, and maybe you're short on money and you just don't have it. We've all been there. I don't judge. I know what it feels like to be broke or to be strapped. That's all right, though. That's the beauty of hoodoo, because our ancestors didn't have much. They had to practice in secret, so they could only get what they could gather from the earth. Honey works amazing. Sweeten any situation. Open up you some honey. And you take some of this honey. This is actually, I bought this honey and it has a piece of the comb, the honeycomb in it. Natural, unfiltered, but you can use what you have. And you take this honey and you stroke the candle upward. And as you're turning it, you're thinking about the job. You're thinking about the interview. You're putting all of your intent as you're getting it in there. And you do the same thing with any attraction oil that you use. Okay. After you do that, you take the candle, you put it inside your paper and you roll the herbs in it to cover the candle. Cover. As you're doing all of this, please note you are thinking, you are hoping, you are wondering about the job, you're thinking about the interview, all of that. You're doing it all. You sprinkle a little bit of ginger. Ginger is a powerful attraction herb, and it also builds confidence. You take some ginger and you sprinkle that on top. Same thing. You're sitting up here thinking, hoping, wondering, picturing yourself working at whatever this place is that you want to go to, okay? And you toss, and you toss, and you toss until your candle is completely covered up beautifully. Just covered up, okay, with the herbs that you're using. You get you a plate, a fireproof plate, not a plastic plate, not a styrofoam plate. You need a fireproof plate. You're going to sit your plate down and you're going to take the remaining herbs and sprinkle it on the plate. You're going to put your candle right here in the center of the plate, covered up with your name and the job carved into it. Please don't forget that part. And you're going to sit here and you're going to take your hands, you're going to put your intent into the candle of the prospective employment that you want, okay? Before you light this bitch, there's one more thing you need to do. You get you a bay leaf. Now, in the interview, in the phone call or the email, it's going to tell you hopefully a name of somebody who's interviewing you. Miss Jones, Miss Billy Bob, Mr. Billy, whatever. I find that markers work best on writing on bay leaves, but you might use a pen. It might work for you. But you take, let's say the name of this person is Billy Bob, okay? We're going to put Billy Bob. And if it's a panel interview, you try to get as much information as you can of who's going to interview you. You can even put the name of the job. Let's say Bob's job is the place you want to work, okay? You put that on the plate as well. Before you do anything, as you're sitting here, you're closing your eyes, you're putting your intent, all of this, and you open your eyes and you light this bitch. This lighter is going out. I have another one. Oh. You light it. It's talking to you, ain't it? Yes, bay leaves work great at bringing prosperity. Be careful, though, not to burn yourself. You burn that one, and you burn the second one. However many people that are interviewed. If it's just one person, just burn one. Or maybe just put the job and the person's name on one. But you can burn as many bay leaves as you want because bay leaves attract prosperity and luck. Always have you some bay leaves on stash, on standby. Burn them, let that burn down. Now, before you light your candle, again, you are going to put your intent into this candle. Everything that you want, everything that you're feeling about job, you're going to think about the past on how you haven't had a job and how you really, really want this, because that's the key to making this spell pop, is your intent. If not for your intent, it won't work. If you're just lackadaisical with it and you don't care and you're just like blasé, you wasting your time, your money, and your energy. But if you really want it and you put your intent in this bitch, light it. And you sit here and you meditate on your candle. You meditate, you think, and you just wait. And then you have that confidence when you go into your interview. Okay. One more thing I want to tell you before I go. Right before your interview, if it's a phone interview, a Zoom interview, it don't even matter if it's an in-person interview, you get a little bit of ginger. It can be ground ginger or it can be like the root. It does not matter. If it's the root, you pinch off a little piece, cut off a little piece, put it in your mouth, chew it. Meditate for a few moments before you go into your interview, before you leave your house to go to your interview, or before the Zoom, before the telephone, whatever. If it's ground ginger, do the same thing. Lick your finger, put some on your tongue, and meditate. Ginger brings confidence so that the proper words flow out of your mouth, because you know how it is when people are stressed out, they some things fly out of their mouth that you don't want to fly out. You want that confidence. You want to be cool, collected, so that you can be a star in that interview, so you can get the job you want. I hope this spell video was beneficial for you. I know a lot of people are going through a lot right now, and my heart goes out to you guys. So please, 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 please do this. Please, 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 please let me know if it works. My contact information is in the description box. And I also want to give a special shout out for this necklace. So some people are going to ask me. This is a chicken foot protection necklace that was made for me by Kitty Sangs. She does excellent work, and I would never ever recommend anybody to you if I haven't tried them and had promising results myself. Excellent customer service, and it works very well, and every piece that she makes is custom fit to you and what you want. Same with the royal bloodline. I would never ever give you anybody that I haven't tried and had major success with. So that information is in the description box. You guys have a great night. Be safe. Ashe.